Hello everybody. Just another post-gym video for everybody. I'm always so inspired when I leave the gym. It's possibly because it's like meditative for me when I work out. What do you find meditative that isn't meditative, like meditating? Is it walking? Is it something like playing music, drawing? Comment below if there's something that you find meditative that maybe other people don't realize is a meditative act. I wanted to touch on ways that we block ourselves in our thinking. And let's take, for example, it's a relationship or, even a business, earning money. Do you think of all the things that you're doing wrong? Do you think of all the things that could go wrong? Hi, Leo. Do you think of, all the worst case scenarios? Do you have like 10 plans? Do you have like plan A to plan E, F, G, just in case the first thing goes wrong? One thing that I've learned, I can see people walking behind me. One thing that I've learned in my journey is not to have a plan B. We never ever need a plan B because that is sending the energy out that we don't trust in our plan A. So set your intention. Set your intention, and even if you don't believe in it at first, start walking the walk as that person. Do the inner work, do the inner work being the nervous system work, so you can welcome that in. Something that I noticed come up in myself. I have lived many years with really poor relationships because I had a poor relationship with myself. I had a relationship, a lacking relationship with my real father. He was gone. He was absent. And so that built my relationship premise with men, especially men. And I remember just like disliking men, and I didn't understand why, and I wouldn't trust them. It's because I didn't trust myself, because I never had that guidance. I was never taught that. So I had to retrain myself. And I even noticed it still coming up in my life, where as soon as things start going really, really well, I start to look, it's like I start to create scenarios of how they're not. And I caught myself the other day doing that. And it wasn't a big thing, but I asked myself today, why am I feeling this way? What is causing this? It's because I'm not trusting myself. It's like a self-destructive behavior or pattern in myself. And I caught myself. And that's the key, is catching yourself in that. Even in my business, even in my day-to-day life, it's like I have these self-destructive patterns very deeply ingrained in me, and I have to catch myself still, even at this point in my journey, where 2, 3, 4 years ago, I would have been so unconscious of them, I would have just ran with them. So at any point in your journey that you're in, if you notice yourself being self-destructive in some way, generally starts with thinking, because our thoughts create our beliefs, right? And then so forth. Dig to the root of that. And you don't even need to heal from it. It's the conscious awareness of it and changing the gears in your mind to even something like, isn't it wonderful? What I said to myself is, no, this is not real. This is my perception. I've brought this into my reality because this is my perception, my perceived notion of what is going on. So it can be in any part of our lives. Stop looking for reasons to heal is what I'll tell you. I know there are big things we need to transcend and get past. I was in a meeting today, just listening to like a large meeting, and just listening to some speakers on generational trauma. And it's a big thing, but we have to get to a point where we transcend that generational trauma, where we transcend our own trauma, because things will still come up, and we don't want to victimize ourselves. Like, I was listening to this being like, we don't want to victimize ourselves so much that it becomes a status quo. Because then we become energy suckers instead of energy givers, energy transmitters, right? Because as we know, energy is supposed to flow through us. Anybody who's come to one of my sessions, one-on-one or a healing circle or anything, we are meant to pull energy in through us from source and push it out through us and not suck it off of other people. That's the difference between victim and empowerment. When we're victimizing ourselves or other people, we're looking for external validation, external energy, instead of tapping into that God source energy that we are meant to be tapped into all the time. So when you're feeling distressed, alone, anything like that, ground, focus on the energy flow. Intention is huge in everyday life. Becoming aware of our patterns is huge, because that's how we repattern, untie those knots and repattern and allow the flow to go the way it's meant to go instead of sucking in. Because another thing too is when we suck energy in off of people, and I know I've gone off topic here, but when we suck external validation, external energies, that victim mentality, just think of yourself as a sponge. If you're pulling in off of people who are also sponges and not pure source energy, you're filtering all their shit through you as well. You know, and that's not a nice thing to think about, because this is how empaths get so messed up in our heads, because we're sucking in all this energy all the time. That's why it's important to create our energetic sovereignty and know who we are. But in that, catch yourself in those moments where those thoughts turn on, where those subconscious patterns come in, and just rewrite them in the moment. Don't feel guilt or shame. I did a video on that a few days ago about guilt and shame. Step forward and be like, no, this is not me. This is not my truth anymore. I am this person. I am powerful. I'm amazing. I'm awesome. Everything is wonderful. I create my reality with my thoughts, and I'm going to freaking do this. And that's what I did. That's how I switched myself really quickly. And it's okay to have a, you know, a down day now and again. Just don't make it a down week or a down month or a down life, because we've all been there where we can't see up. Really, all we had to do was look up. That's it. We can become such prisoners of our minds, but yet we are the only person that holds the key to turn that mind around and fix it. Nobody else is going to fix our lives for us. That's the beauty. So yeah, if you are looking for one-on-one support, I have a few openings left in September, not many, for one-on-one guidance, coaching, healing, whatever it is you need. I'm very intuitively led when I work with my clients, so we just dig in, find our blocks, move through them. I will have another healing circle come up in just under 2 weeks for the new moon, so keep an eye open for that. And I have a manifesting masterclass. It's a great event in a week, just over a week and a half away on the 24th. So if you want to join in that, right now it's an early bird price of $44 Canadian. Price is going to go up. So if you'd like to join that, get in on it soon, because it's going to be so good. And there's always replays available if you can't make the whole session, or if you want the replay. Anyway, I love you. Have an amazing day. Bye.